And then we're terrible with feedback because we think that like the way we think about feedback is kind of backwards. Because, and I see it all the time. I see a dentist, post maybe on Facebook like, oh, I gave her feedback and she got upset. Well, no, she didn't take it as a feedback. She took it as criticism because that's the only thing she ever heard from you. Feedback needs to be ongoing daily, and it has to be positive and negative. I'm not talking about a feedback sandwich because that's just bullshit. The minute you say, like, how do we do feedback sandwich? Oh, you are a very good assistant, but, and when you say but, first of all, they know exactly what's coming. They're like, okay, this is bullshit. I'm getting a feedback sandwich. This is the bad part.
The good, the bad, and the good. Yeah.
Exactly. Or they only hear one part. Like they hear, I'm a good assistant, so whatever comes after that, it's like whatever. Or they don't hear the good part. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about daily positive reinforcement. And if you're constantly telling someone, okay, I like how you're doing this. Thank you for catching this. I really try to make a point when I'm with an assistant to say, especially in front of the patient, in front of others, oh, thank you for setting everything up. Like you have everything we need in the room, right? And part of that is also like having everything in the room. If you don't have a good system, if you're not organized with your supplies, and you guys are really good at like putting everything together, but if you're not organized with supplies, it's impossible for the assistant to have everything ready. I've seen some of those offices. It's a freaking mess, right? So you need to have your supplies organized. You need to have everything in like tubs and cassettes or kits or sets and whatever. But it needs to be a one-shot deal. It should not be going 500 times into some stereo collecting stuff from different rooms, right? So all of that needs to be set up for the assistant. It's the boss's job. But then you need to be ongoing with, oh, thank you for catching the phone on time, or thank you for taking that intraoral image. That looks great. So when you do have something critical to say, it's just part of the usual feedback. It's not something like, oh, whoa, now he's telling me this. I've been working here for the last 3 years, and this is the first time I hear something from him, and it's criticism. Now, that's not feedback. And so, and after this, we become like, well, I'm just not going to say anything because she took it the wrong way.